Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Welcome to another video. I want to do just kind of a fun video today, just an update about what's been going on, tell you about a couple of disappointing delays, talk about the Game Chasers movie briefly. I'm selling my record collection. I've been playing Asteroids Recharged on the Switch, what I've been listening to, just that kind of stuff. So let's get to it. The NES Omnibus Volume 2. This massive tome that a lot of you have been waiting for because it was supposed to be out in October. And I've got my physical copy. This is the advance edition that they sent me. Unfortunately, that book got published back to late December. Now, the publisher has delayed it again to late March. This is super disappointing, super frustrating, but they did authorize a very nice, very high quality PDF to send to you guys. Anyone who's pre-ordered the book, message me. You can find me easily on social media. I'll put links in this video where you can reach me. Just message me and I can email you a PDF of the book. Again, I'm sorry about this. It has everything to do with the post-pandemic and current pandemic fallout, all the shipping delays, all the problems with that, the employee shortages, you name it. The book has been done for months. I finished writing it months ago. The design stage is done. Everything about it is done. As you see, there's a printed copy. There is a PDF as well. Everything has to do with logistics and shipping and printing and all that stuff. And I'm so sorry. I hate that this happened, but I'm very glad the publisher has authorized me to give PDF to you guys. You can read them on your phone, your laptop, your tablet. That's a great way to read it, is on a tablet, your computer, whatever. So just message me if you want a PDF, if you've pre-ordered the book. And anyone who pre-orders the book now can get a PDF as well. I'll put a link to the pre-order for the NES Omnibus Volume 2 in this video, so you can get that from me as well. The Game Chasers movie, January 20th, 2022 is opening night. That's at the Angelica Film Center in Plano, Texas at 7 p.m. Now you can buy, I believe there's still some tickets left. If you just look up the Game Chasers online, you can probably find some tickets still left. They had, they didn't have a ton of them, but who knows? At this point, check them out. But I wanted to let you guys know that I am going to the movie. I'm going to be going with Shane Stein, the executive producer of the film and a good friend of mine. And I think it's going to be a fun film. And this opening night sounds really cool because before the movie, you can take photos and meet the crew. And afterwards, there's a 2-hour Q&A session. That's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to see my buddy 8-Bit Eric there because he's in the movie. Really cool guy. And some other cast members. So that's going to be a lot of fun. The Angelica Film Center in Plano. Now, that's nice. I've been to the Angelica in Dallas. That's a cool venue for independent films, for art films, for things like that. Really cool. So that's a great showcase for the Game Chasers movie. January 20th. About a month away. I'm really excited about that. It could be a lot of fun. It could be nostalgic. It could be bad. I won't know till I see it. But I think all you can ask for from a film like this, not Casablanca, but you can ask for just something fun, something nostalgic, something to get a few laughs. So I'm on board. We'll check it out and see what that's like. I think it's going to be, if nothing else, it'll be just a fun night out with my buddies. All right, so Asteroids Recharged on the Switch. I've been having a lot of fun with it, but it's got one, what I consider major problem. I'm going to do a video on this. I want to review the game. I do recommend downloading it, but I will tell you my problem with that pretty soon in a video because I plan to do a review. I have been enjoying the game, but I do feel like it has this problem. It's worth $10. It's a $10 download, and it's definitely got, classic Asteroids action, very simple, very fun, but it does have a significant problem. At least in one aspect. So I will get to that soon. I am selling my record collection. I've been collecting records for many years, all the way back to the 70s, in fact, and I still have a lot of my records in really nice condition from back in the day because my brother was something of an audiophile and something of a music buff, and he would show me how to take care of my records. We even had those little brushes that you would clean your vinyl with, and then he always said, put your records back in the sleeve. So many of our friends, their records were scratched up. We took good care of ours, and my brother had a great hi-fi set that we would You know, we would take turns, you know, just some nights we would take turns playing records, you know, some of our favorite songs, introducing to each other to different songs, and just playing a lot of great rock and roll. But I am selling my collection. Just some of these records are worth a little bit of money, and these days I mostly listen to things on CD or streaming or whatever. Yeah, I'm guilty. And the record player I have is not great. It doesn't sound that great anyway. My game room setup where I watch DVDs and stuff, it has a killer setup because I've got some nice speakers on that, you know, hooked up to my tuner and my TV and everything. So most of the music I listen to these days are just cranked up to my game room and not on my record player, unfortunately, because vinyl is cool. But I am keeping some records, and I'm keeping a couple of game-related ones that I want to show you guys. I'm keeping my Ozzy, keeping my Kiss, Fleetwood Mac, some other stuff, including the Bangles. I've been on a major Bangles obsession. I'll show you these records in just a second. Just a couple that gaming-related that I'm keeping. But I've been on a major Bangles kick lately. You know, the band that does Manic Monday, Walk Like an Egyptian, and I'm sure you've heard some of their other hits. But they've got some great deep tracks as well. And the thing about the Bangles is, so during the 1980s, pop music, like Michael Jackson, Madonna, that kind of thing, was huge. It took over. Like the rock stations were just inundated with the Outfield and Tears for Fears and all these kinds of bands. Pop music, Duran Duran, and metal. Hair metal and heavy metal, all that was huge in the 80s. Iron Maiden, Dio, Judas Priest, Ozzy's solo career. This stuff was huge in the 80s. All these hair metal bands like Warrant and, you know, Faster Pussycat, you know, there were lesser known hair metal bands that had cult, you know, super devoted cult followings. There were big, you know, hair metal. Bon Jovi wasn't metal, they were pop. Or you could say they were hard rock, whatever the case. But the Bangles during this time were just playing straight ahead rock and roll. Yeah, they did have some pop songs, but they had some, especially their deep cuts, were just straight up rock and roll. Give them a listen. Start with the album Different Light. I recommend the Bangles. So check it out. I'm definitely keeping my copy of Pac-Man Fever just as a display piece on the wall. Pretty cool. I have the CD if I want to listen to it. And I'm keeping this Pac-Man album. It's cool because it's a picture disc. I like that. You know, most albums are just black or whatever, but I like that that's a picture disc and it's got a different picture on each side. I think that's really neat. So yeah, this is a keeper for me. This is a display piece. And I'm a big fan of The Who, and I'm keeping this album in particular for one reason. It's got a kid playing Space Duel. How cool is that? And then the back has an arcade vibe to it. Very retro, very 80s, very cool. So I'm keeping that, my copy of It's Hard by The Who. And another gaming related one I'm keeping is pinball. The movie Tilt with Brooke Shields, really interesting. She's sort of a pinball hustler where she goes around beating people at pinball that just figure they're gonna destroy her because there's this little kid, but she's great at pinball. And this is actually a promotional copy of the album. So pretty cool, definitely keeping that. Really neat. Again, I'm not gonna have anywhere to play these because I've sold my record players as well because I'm keeping this Superman book and record. I think it's really neat. It opens up like a comic book art there. Really cool. Can't get rid of this, it's just too neat. And of course, I'm keeping my heavy metal soundtrack, one of my favorite films of all time. Opens up with some cool pictures from the album. Anyway, selling my record collection, been playing some Asteroids Recharged. Looking forward to the Game Chasers movie. Looking forward to Christmas even sooner than that. And let me know in the comments what you guys have been up to, what your Christmas plans are, what music you've been listening to lately, what games you've been playing. And again, I'm sorry that the NES Omnibus Volume 2 has been delayed. I am super bummed about that. Believe me, this is completely out of my hands. It's very frustrating, but at least I have the PDF to give to you guys. So anyway, thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. And if you happen to be in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you know, if you live in that area, maybe I'll see you at the Game Chasers movie. All right, guys, talk to you later. Thanks for watching. If you're a fan of my work, you might want to consider supporting me on Patreon. For just a low fee each month, you get a lot of extra content. Another way to support the channel and my writing career is to buy books direct from me. including the 100 Greatest Console Video Games, the Classic Home Video Game Series. It's like an encyclopedia set. And this massive bad boy, the NES Omnibus Volume 1 A through L. I will put links in the description of this video where you can buy books direct from me and where you can support me on Patreon. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.